Well. So what happened? Well, a steel boat cut loose its mooring and found its way down the Nelson Harbour towards Canopus and got caught up and sat there for a few hours bashing Canopus to death. So what next? We decided to ship it south to Invercargill, where I had a large shed that we moved it into and began work straight away. She was 6 weeks of rebuild. Started off cutting all the damaged area out. Luckily everything was above the waterline and nothing was massively structural, just superficial damage to the cabin top. Run new stringers through the boat, lined the inside of the hull with plywood and then plywood on the outside, forming the two skins. Canopus is built with a 25mm layer of foam between two sheets of 4mm ply with stringers in between and hard spots where the windows are, as you can see there. Once everything was all back together, we resheeted it and began sanding and fairing, bringing it back to its former glory. Many hours of sanding and then glassing over the exposed plywood. Fitted new opening port lights to the galley and head, and then started bogging and fairing all the fiberglass structure. Epoxy primer the damaged parts, and then restarted painting the entire boat. Just rolling and tipping the cabin sides, bought a pretty good high gloss finish, and we decided to black out the gaps between the windows just for a more modern look and a nice pinstripe. Whilst it was in the shed, we did some upgrades to the cockpit area, just with some imitation teak and new anti-foul in preparation for going back in the water. Back out of the shed she went, down to Bluff for the launch day. We ended up just high-ebbing it straight off the back of the truck and straight onto the yacht club ramp. We were able to sit it on the high tide mark while the tide went out and swing the mast and rig the complete boat. It was a horrible Bluff day, pouring with rain, but a couple of good blokes, thanks Jeff, Ron, helped me out with the entire rebuild and reassembly. Couldn't have done without yous.